Hello everyone, this is Meta with CPBN and welcome to part 12 of the Meta with Metagross, my series in which I do single battles on the battle spot and share them with you guys. Now today we've got a great battle that I've literally just had as of now. I was on the battle spot, I came up against a Japanese opponent. I was running my standard team of Mega Heracross, Mamoswine and Heatran. Obviously Heracross has got the Mega Stone, my Heatran is Choice Scarf, and I can't remember what my Mamo is carrying. I'll link it in the comments. So anyway, I come up against a Gliscor, who I can only assume was using Poison Heal, a Rotom-Wash and a Weezing. So it was a bit of an interesting team to come up against, but by no means undefeatable, and by no means a walk in the park. Let's watch the battle. Alright, so I do incorrectly predict the lead, so I leave with my Heracross. I saw a Mega Kangaskhan in the team setup. Obviously because of that I switch out, because none of my moves will do that good damage to it, and do send in Heatran. Obviously Will-O-Wisp, Heatran absorbs that with Flash Fire, and power of Fire type moves is raised. Now, they do withdraw Weezing, and they do send out their Gliscor. So obviously Fire Blast, but obviously it's avoided, unfortunately. The Toxic Orb does poison the Gliscor. However, Fire Blast will hit this time, and because of the boosted power, it's a one-hit KO. So we're only 3 turns into the battle, and already it's 1-0 in my favour. It does come out with the Rotom-Wash now. I do switch out because my Heatran is scarfed. It's locked into Fire Blast, and it will hardly do anything. Hydro Pump is avoided by Heracross, luckily. Obviously I do Mega Up this turn, get access to Skill Link and a huge attack stat. So I use Pin Missile. Obviously because of Skill Link that will hit a maximum of 5 times, and coupled with the attack stat means that it's potentially deadly. Alright, so there we go, it's hit 5 times and it's probably about 1/3 health now. Now Will-O-Wisp does unfortunately hit, and Heracross gets burnt, which isn't too much of a problem, but it was a bit of a pain to deal with in the battle. Now, Rotom does get withdrawn, and my opponent sends back in the Weezing. Pin Missile, of course, will hardly do any damage because Bug doesn't do very much against poison at all, which is why I originally switched out in the first place. Look, even with that critical hit, it's hardly making a dent in Weezing. And Weezing is holding Black Sludge, which will restore a little bit of HP every turn. I do take a fair bit of damage from that burn as well. So, now I do switch out, and I go Heatran. Thunderbolt, Heatran will take that relatively well. It loses about 40 or so HP, and the Fire Blast does hit this turn, which is great. It almost takes out the Weezing. Thunderbolt again. A little bit of health recovery from the Black Sludge there. I go for one last Fire Blast, and I am lucky that does take out the Weezing. So at the moment it's not looking too bad. I think at this point I was sitting pretty at the moment. Fire Blast one last time, it had 1 PP left, and that does leave the Rotom with about 1 or 2 HP, which is ridiculous. And obviously because I'm a Fire type, Heatran is going to go down from that Hydro Pump. That is not going to leave a nice looking mark on Heatran. So I send in Heracross. Heracross uses Pin Missile, but it's avoided. Now Volt Switch will hit and do a fair bit of damage. Not masses, but a fair amount. So after the burn I'm down to 52 HP. Pin Missile again, but again it gets avoided. So the Thunderbolt will unfortunately take out Heracross. So at the moment this could turn the tide. Now luckily I was packing my Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a great bulky Pokemon, and Ice Shard gets priority, so it moves first, and that will take out that little smidge of health that was needed to take out the Rotom. And that was game. So yeah, overall this battle, it looked to be like almost a sweep of sorts, but you know, the low HP Rotom almost turned the tide of the battle around, and I think if I wasn't packing a priority move there, Mamoswine would have been outsped, and you know, it could have been KO'd. So you know, it just proves the importance of priority moves sometimes. Sometimes you literally do need to get in there first over the opponent, and you know, like Ice Shard, even though it didn't hit for much damage, the priority made sure that it sealed the game for me, luckily. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed watching this battle. If you have any recommendations of teams or Pokemon or anything in general that you want me to try, please do leave a comment. You know, I will read all of them, I'll reply to as many of them as I can. So thank you for watching, I'll see you guys next time.